Welcome back, and of course still talking about the festivities of Eid al-Adha, or the Eid of sacrifice, or Greater Bayram as we call it in either way. Of course Egyptians gather, either Muslims, Christians or any other religion, and they enjoy feasting together. And on that particular occasion, very special occasion in Egypt and the Arab world and the Muslim world, we're very delighted to be having with us over the phone Rana Ihab, heritage researcher. Good morning, Rana.
Good morning, dear.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I was happy to hear your voice and doing interviews with you.
Same here. I'm so happy to talk to you today.
Thank you, dear.
So how was your Eid?
It's fine, amazing, full of happiness and happy faces, and this is the most important vibe for Eid in Egypt here.
Right. I'm so glad you enjoyed it the best way. So we were talking about the festivities of Eid al-Adha. Of course, not everybody knows how, it differs from one country to the other, except for the, religious rituals, the Hajj and the sacrifice and all that. But other from that, differs from each country to the other.
Yes. I want to say even Eid al-Adha especially is related to for the Muslims, they are going to Hajj and pilgrims in Mecca. But what is make Egypt is special here, if we're talking about the rituals in general, before hundreds of years, all the people from the Middle East, their meeting points started in Egypt, and they're doing a kind of rituals like gathering together, eating together, to prepare themselves to going to Mecca. So Egypt have a special step in the process of Al-Hajj itself. So actually we have one of the monasteries here in Egypt mentioned monasteries that received the Muslims. Here they are going to Mecca, and inside the walls of this monastery we have a welcoming sentence, and the Muslim people, they are thanking the Coptic for their doing a kind of a welcoming for them. They received them in the process of Al-Hajj itself, and this is something very unique and very special in Egypt, when people love gathering together, even they are going to another way. So Egypt is a very important step or a city in this process itself.
Right. So Rana, of course, as we all know, that there are different cuisines for each country when it comes to Eid al-Adha. Right?
Yes. Yes,
Egypt is very popular for its Egyptian cuisine when it comes to Eid al-Adha. People like to dine together, to take brunch the early morning, or even before 12 o'clock. They take a special brunch that is very specialized when it comes to the brunch of Eid al-Adha. And this is not only nowadays or contemporary, but it has been there in history for lots of years back then.
Yes, actually, Egyptians have something different or special after the sacrifice. After they salute their cattle, they're going to eat as a breakfast the liver of the cattle itself. They're starting to eat that until they are preparing a special kind of food which is called fatta, and actually this is different layers from a rice and meat and crunched fried bread with a special garlic sauce. So this is a very, very important, and this is a kind of unique Egyptian dishes that we have in Eid al-Adha especially. So because we're doing it in a very large plate, for gathering all the family, all the friends around this table. So this is one of the special things that people coming from all the other countries to try the Egyptian fatta especially.
Of course, you have a story for every trade and every trend when it comes to different occasions. If we like to know any stories in history, we'll have to go to Rana Ihab. So if you could tell us the story behind choosing the feta as the main dish in the Egyptian cuisine when it comes to Eid al-Adha.
Yeah, actually, Egypt was known with its special rice. So if you're going to any store in any other country in the world, you will find there is a kind of rice called Egyptian rice, because it's a kind of a small, and the homeland of this kind here in Egypt, and Egyptians cooking it all the time. So for that reason, this kind of rice is famous or popular here, so we use it. And when we bought the garlic sauce and the crunched bread, this is something we added to this kind of food with the garlic sauce. The garlic, actually the main homeland of garlic is not Egypt, but we bring it from many different places, from the other cities during our trade and everywhere. So for that reason, we bought it as a special and different thing we have in our feast, or in Al-Eid especially. It started in the Islamic period, and we continue this kind of tradition till today. So this is the story of how we created the feta, and why we especially looking for el feta, for sure with the meat, because we sharing our meat with our families, with our relatives, and also for sure for the people who deserve to take that, and we need also to enjoying with this kind of special cut of meat for this Eid. For that reason, we are doing this kind of feta for sharing as much as possible with a large quantity of people.
Unfortunately, so sad, we had to end it at this part of the feta, which is the best part of Eid al-Adha. Rana Ihab, I'm so glad to speak to you today. I hope you had a beautiful Bayram with your friends and family, and we wish a beautiful Bayram for everybody who's watching us right now. Thank you so much, Rana Ihab, and you have a beautiful day. And by this, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. Many thanks to all of you. Until we see you again tomorrow morning, that's a goodbye.